So today I'll be explaining how a refrigerator works. So right here we have an expansion device, evaporator coil, compressor, an outlet, and condenser coils. So we're going to start right over here. So the liquid enters the expansion device. This liquid is called refrigerant, and it passes through. The pressure drops and the liquid expands, turning into a gas. So when a liquid goes from a liquid to a gas, it absorbs energy. So while it's going through the evaporating coils, it absorbs the heat inside. Keep in mind that the gas is very, very cold. It's a lot colder than what is inside. So this allows it to absorb heat because there is, even though it's cold, there is still some type of heat in here. So once it does that, it absorbs the heat, goes through here, and it goes through the compressor. And while it's in the compressor, while it's going through the compressor squeezes the gas. So this increases the temperature and the pressure. So then coming out, now you have a really hot, high pressure gas. So this really hot, high pressure gas goes through condenser coils. What's going through these coils is releasing heat. And once it gets back here, it has released heat. So it's the refrigerant is cooled back down. Now that it's cooled back down, it can repeat the whole cycle all over again. And that's how refrigerator works. And now I'm explaining it using a PV diagram. So we start here, and this is the coldest temperature we're gonna have. So we have very cold gas from 1 through 4. So this is when it's going through the evaporator coils. So it picks up heat from the inside, increasing the volume. And then from 4 to 3, this is when it's going through the compressor. So when it goes through the compressor, there is an increase in pressure and heat. And then from 3 to 2, this is when it's going through the condenser coils. So from 3 to 2, heat is flowing to its surroundings, so the outside of the fridge. And once heat is released, it cools right back down to this temperature. And you could restart the cycle right over again. So that is explaining it using the PV diagram. So one of the questions was how the refrigerator appears to get around the second law of thermodynamics. So the second law of thermodynamics states that the heat is not spontaneously transferred from a colder to a hotter object. So in this case, the heat is actually transferred assisted by electricity. So the electricity provides the energy for the compressor. So the compressor is where work is done. And that was another question, is where work is being done in the refrigerator. The work is being done by the compressor. So that work is done when it's squeezing the gas, increasing the temperature and pressure. And that is how refrigerators work.